Super Mario 3D World is one of the excellent games that made owning a Wii U worth it. This 4-player co-op game gives Mario a beloved new ability, the catsuit, and has him venture through 3D levels in the style of his classic 2D games. There's no hub world like in the other 3D Mario games, but the overworld map is highly reminiscent of Super Mario World for the SNES. This is one of the most fun local co-op games I've ever played, and the music is phenomenal. The Switch version supports both local and online co-op, so make sure to get a partner lined up before buying. This game is considerably less fun alone. Plus, a new expansion called Bowser's Fury will take Mario into an open sandbox-style world. Get ready to fight for the crown in Super Mario 3D World Deluxe. Off of Shin Megami Tensei. If you're looking for a lengthy JRPG of the same caliber, but a lot more serious, look no further. SMT5 has been in development for 4 years now, and will release in 2021. Set in modern Tokyo, this hardcore dungeon-crawling RPG features many of the same elements and demons as the Persona series, but promises a story bigger and darker than anything they've tried before. No friends, no social links, no beach episode. If you enjoyed the mechanics of Persona and want a hardcore challenge, make sure to grab SMT5, releasing exclusively for Nintendo Switch, in the series' first ever simultaneous worldwide launch. The Metroid Prime trilogy on the Nintendo GameCube and Wii is still held in high regard as one of the best sci-fi series in gaming. Samus Aran, a space bounty hunter, travels to desolate, post-apocalyptic planets in this first-person shooter to piece together the truth of what happened to these extinct alien races. Over the course of the trilogy, she'll battle with alien queens, solve environmental puzzles, and take on Ridley and his pesky space pirates. Metroid Prime is a sobering look at the reality of the end of the world, the desolate blanket of emptiness that threatens to consume life after the end. Although the project was cancelled and started from the ground up again in 2018, we're glad that Retro Studios is back at the helm to bring their trademark intelligent writing and darkly themed mysteries to the Nintendo Switch. "21 years after the original classic for the N64, Pokemon Snap is back. This legendary on-rails photography game has remained a nostalgic favorite, and fans have been pestering Nintendo to bring the franchise back again. Bandai Namco is currently developing this reimagining, but insiders say it'll be here sooner rather than later. If you're not familiar with Pokemon Snap, you'll travel on rails in first person with a camera and several tools such as apples and pester balls. You'll take pictures of Pokemon in various poses and interactions and try to maximize your point spread with Professor Oak, who will assess those photographs later. It's full of environmental puzzles and never attempts to guide you in what to do. It's amazing how wonderful it can be just to observe these creatures we love so much in their natural habitats. We're excited to see the Pokemon franchise back in the hands of a developer we know will do it justice. Bear and Breakfast is a charming indie game where you play as a bumbling but big-hearted bear, attempting to run a bed and breakfast out in the woods. Hank, the aforementioned bear, finds a shack in the forest and decides he and his friends will run the best B&B this side of the Babbling Brook. As tourists begin to flock into the B&B, a dark truth about the forest begins to unravel. Each room is deeply customizable right down to the furniture and rugs, so you'll be able to make the inn 100% your own. If you're looking for something to replace that Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley-shaped hole in your heart, you'll want to keep your eye on this game. Bear and Breakfast is coming as a console exclusive to the Nintendo Switch in 2021. It's difficult to describe No More Heroes in just a few words. Sure, I could call it a hack-and-slash adventure game, but there's so much more going on. Travis Touchdown, an otaku with a big ego, wins a beam katana in a contest, and subsequently finds that he's been entered into a worldwide assassination competition. In order to stay alive, he has to bust his way across a vaporwave-style world to become the #1 assassin. In No More Heroes 3, Travis faces off against goddamn superheroes as they invade Earth, and it's up to him to balance his part-time jobs and wacky minigames with stopping the end of the world. No More Heroes 3 will be releasing in early 2021, exclusive to Nintendo Switch. Bayonetta 2 remains to this day the apex of the hack-and-slash genre. If you're not familiar with this action game, it centers around a witch named Bayonetta with a forgotten past who attempts to bring balance to the world by killing a bunch of angels. Bayonetta is basically a 12-hour boss rush with RPG elements, and its endless strings of combos alongside perfect time dodging just feels cool. With memorable characters like Jeanne the Motorcycle Witch, Rodin the Warlock Shopkeeper, and Danny DeVito, the Bayonetta series is flashy action at its absolute best. Bayonetta is Nintendo's only first-party series with a mature rating, so buckle in. Bayo's main weapons are her demonic hair and her sexuality. If you've enjoyed Platinum Games' other offerings, like Nier Automata, Astral Chain, or Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, do not sleep on Bayonetta 3. Plus, you get to dress up like Peach or Daisy and summon Bowser from hell, so that's pretty cool. The sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will complete the story of the Nintendo Switch launch title. You're likely already familiar with Breath of the Wild. It's known far and wide as one of the all-time greats, and for good reason. The robust physics engine and sandbox mechanics are unmatched, and the climbing and gliding mechanics perfect the idea of the open world. With no direction given, and nothing but post-apocalyptic wilderness to explore, Breath of the Wild puts many high-profile open-world games to shame. Breath of the Wild 2 begins right at the end of the first story. We don't know much yet, but it's rumored to have co-op play. We know for sure that it will take place in an expanded and reimagined version of the same map from the first game with a much darker tone. Director Eiji Aonuma has likened it to my personal favorite other Zelda title, Majora's Mask. There are rumors that it'll launch alongside the rumored Switch Pro in March. With the Zelda 35th anniversary coming up, it's definitely not impossible. I also want to give a quick shout out to a game coming out in just a couple of days, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. This game is a canonical prequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and uses gameplay from the Hyrule Warriors series. That's right. By the end of next year, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to be its own trilogy. Make sure to subscribe to us here at GameLuster for more lists like this and everything else gaming.